British Columbia has issued the first evacuation order of what is expected to be a challenging wildfire season. This first order affects an area close to the small community of Chetwynd in the north of BC, and Linda has the details about the urgent situation there.
Yeah, a really dynamic and fast-burning fire is what we're seeing out in this area. This is the Wildfire Creek fire, and it's actually expanding at a very rapid rate. It's already about half a square kilometer, and it only was detected at about 4 p.m. local time yesterday. So that'll tell you just how quickly that is moving. And this is burning about 10 kilometers from Chetwynd. There's a map there for you, about 210 kilometers northeast of Prince George. You can see there is a highway that runs through that area between Chetwynd and Prince George. Now that highway is closed, and that is really the primary route to get from Prince George to this area and connects the rest of the province. Really, you can see how close the fire is in proximity to that highway. Just a terrifying scene there if you're driving through. There is an evacuation order in the Peace River Regional District, specifically the Pine River area. 2 subdivisions included, Stone Creek and Dokie subdivisions there. Now that's that area in red that you're looking at, but just to the northeast, that area is under an evacuation alert. So people there getting ready to potentially have to leave their homes as well. We heard from a fire information officer about why the weather and the brush in this specific area is creating such a hazardous wildfire condition.
The area is experiencing sustained winds, and those are coming from the southwest. So that's sort of pushing any kind of fire growth that we're seeing towards the northeast. So that is towards in the direction of Chetwynd there, as well as much as with much of the Peace region, persistent drought conditions are present. So every bit of fuel that is available there is quite dry, but especially with that grass, it is a high grass fire hazard, and grass fires are quite common in the Peace this time of year.
And again, about 10 kilometers away, you've got the community of Chetwynd. 2,500 people ready to leave their homes at a moment's notice. We know there are more resources that are going to be arriving in this community today to try to get a hold on this fire. This is suspected to have been caused by human activity, and we are seeing specifically in the southern interior region and also in central interior and northeastern BC burn bans being put in place for larger fires or multiple fires on properties, trying to maybe prevent this from happening. Yeah.
Alberta has already issued an evacuation order, but it looks like things are to the point where people can start heading home now.
Yeah, just this morning we're hearing about an evacuation order being lifted. This is for the municipal district of Peace, about 150 kilometers from Grand Prairie. They've been out since about Tuesday. They're expected to return home, but they will remain under a 1-hour evacuation alert. This is in relation to the Shaftesbury fire that's been burning about a kilometer away. They say it's currently being held. Firefighters are on scene. They've got water bombers. They've got helicopters with water buckets. We know one home seriously damaged. Several outbuildings and several cars as well have been lost. Even inmates out of the Peace River Correctional Center had to be moved because that fire got so close. The next update we know 10 a.m. today. So in Peace.
Local time?
Local time. Okay. In Peace and Peace River. Not a lot of peace at the moment right now because of these wildfires.
Exactly, and early in the season. Linda, thank you very much. Now, as Linda was mentioning, BC's already brought in this burn ban, and Alberta has done that too ahead of this tough wildfire season. Alberta already seeing higher than normal risk for fires. Crews have responded to more than 200 wildfires, up from the 5-year average of about 120 at this point in the season. Officials say almost all of them have been caused by humans.